years, human life and health has come under increasing threats. Threats like bacteria, viruses, pesticides, insecticides and other chemicals, and even water pollution. The fruits and vegetables that we eat have excessive amounts of pesticide residue. Meats contain antibiotics, and seafood, chemical residues. And nowadays, with the avian flu, SARS, and the mad cow disease scares, many people are wondering how they can protect themselves and their loved ones from these threats. But there's good news. BioTek Technology Corporation's goal and spirit is to improve human health and longevity. We've researched and developed many biotechnologies based on this. And after more than 10 years of research on generating high concentration and high purity ozone using electrolysis, BioTek has created a 2-in-1 electrolytic high concentration ozonated oxygenated water maker. Now let's take a look at what it can do. Going to take this beaker, fill it up with 800 cc's of regular tap water. And that looks about right. And in this beaker, I'm going to fill it up with also 800 cc's of ozonated water from this amazing machine. You'll see what happens. We're almost there, and 800. Here we go. So, next, I'm going to add a drop of blue ink into each of these beakers. Watch. This is tap water, and this is ozonated water. Now, this is each stir. What a beautiful blue color. So what happens here? Amazing, isn't it? It's not magic. What it is ozonated water from this machine here, breaking down and dissolving the ink. It's BioTek's ozonated water very quickly oxidizing and decomposing the ink. This means it sterilizes, disinfects, decomposes pesticides, dechlorinates, deodorizes, and preserves freshness. BioTek commissioned the world's leading inspection, verification, testing, and certification company to test what ozonated water from this machine does. Now, the report confirms that highly concentrated ozonated water from this machine can decompose agricultural pesticide residue from fruits and vegetables in less than 3 minutes. In addition to testing the effects of our ozonated water on agricultural pesticides, we also asked a testing company to test the effects of ozonated water on chlorine, and the report shows that it can decompose chlorine as well. Now, let's take a look at how ozonated water disinfects and kills bacteria. These are pictures from the world's leading testing and certification company we commissioned to test the ozonated water from the BioTek High Concentration Ozonated Oxygenated Water Maker. There are before and after images of bacteria treated with BioTek's ozonated water for 5 seconds. We are surrounded by these bacteria in our daily life. It's in our cutting boards, in our towels, in the kitchen sponge, on our dishes, and even in our toothbrush. Did you know how much bacteria is in our toothbrush? Now, using ozonated water to disinfect and kill bacteria in these things can really help us to stay healthy. We had the world's leading testing and certification company test and show evidence that the ozonated water from the BioTek High Concentration Ozonated Oxygenated Water Maker can kill 99.999% of Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Salmonella, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Candida albicans bacteria in between 5 and 15 seconds. The ozonated water from this amazing machine is numerous. Not only does it sterilize, disinfect, decompose agricultural pesticides, dechlorinate, deodorizes, and preserves freshness, you can also use it to gargle and freshen up your breath by disinfecting. And also, if you have toothaches, it helps too. The BioTek Electrolytic High Concentration Ozonated Oxygenated Water Maker can be used to cleanse our face too. Because it's great at killing bacteria, it can help in the fight against acne and other bacteria-related skin problems. You'd be surprised at the improvements it can make to troubled skin. Ozonated water from this amazing machine can also get rid of toilet odors, rank, and also other offensive smells. And it's also good for female personal hygiene because it can kill a lot of harmful bacteria that causes gynecological diseases. The BioTek high-concentration ozonated oxygenated water maker also makes oxygenated water too. Nobel Prize winner for physiology and medicine, Dr. Otto Warburg, has written that there is a direct relationship between oxygen levels and cancer cell growth rate in the human body. He wrote that once the oxygen level in the body decreases, cancer cell growth will increase. It's been proven that oxygen from water is just as well absorbed as it is from air. While there's only 6 parts per million of oxygen in tap water, there's over 19 parts per million of oxygen in oxygenated water from the BioTek high-concentration ozonated oxygenated water maker. That's nearly 4 times you would otherwise get through the tap. This was tested in a laboratory certified by Taiwan's Environmental Protection Agency. Water with a high concentration of oxygen is beneficial in these ways. It boosts the immune system. It brings up the level of oxygen in the bloodstream and increases blood circulation and energy. It relieves fatigue, headache, and muscle aches. It improves mental focus and memory. It facilitates growth of beneficial oxygen-loving bacteria and represses growth of detrimental oxygen-averse bacteria. And also, it assists in toxin processing. Highly concentrated oxygenated water isn't just good for the body, it's also great for the skin. And for that purpose, it's become extremely popular in Japan and the rest of Asia in recent years. Our skin constantly needs oxygen. It needs oxygen to stay healthy and to renew itself. Scientists have proven that skin ages faster when it doesn't get enough oxygen. So when there's not enough oxygen in the body, skin ages prematurely and loses its elasticity and glow. Now, the ability of skin cells to keep oxygen decreases by 65% after we turn 30 years old compared to the time when we're 25. And as we get older, our body functions decrease as well. As this happens, our capillaries don't function as well as before and can't transport the necessary oxygen molecules to skin cells, which in turn slows down the metabolism and the cell renewal rate, causing wrinkles to appear and your glow to disappear. Aging is inevitable, but we can stay healthy and beautiful by supplementing the body with an extra oxygen supply. These are some of the effects of high-concentration oxygenated water on skin. It speeds up the recovery of damaged skin. It reduces redness from irritation. It strengthens its toxin processing ability. It helps fight bacteria. It rejuvenates skin cells, reduces wrinkles, brings back translucence, and it promotes collagen growth and increases skin elasticity. People have realized that high-concentration oxygenated water can increase oxygen intake. It can improve memory, blood circulation, increase energy levels, and reduce fatigue. Now, it's important to have enough oxygen for our body, so it's also very important to find different sources for oxygen. Now, earlier we explained how ozonated water from our wonderful machine here can disinfect and dechlorinate. Our oxygenated water is made from our ozonated water, so you can rest assured that what you're drinking is absolutely safe and good for your health. In our next experiment, let's test for chlorine. Now, in this beaker, I'm going to fill it up with 150 cc's of regular tap water. And in this one, 150 cc's of oxygenated water. That looks about right. Next, I'm going to add some chlorine tester. 15 drops into tap water. That's 1, 2, 3, 15. You can see how yellow it's becoming. First, let's stir it up. So now it's evenly distributed. Now, let's see how much chlorine is in our oxygenated water. Color hasn't changed, but let's stir it up anyway. Still clear. You can see that our oxygenated water doesn't contain any chlorine. Now, after hearing all of this, you're probably wondering what the difference is between the electrolytic process that the BioTek high-concentration ozonated oxygenated water uses versus the corona discharge process that other makers use when producing ozonated water. First, let's take a look at ozonated water. Now, for the corona discharge method, the ozone concentration is between 0.25 and 0.35 parts per million. Compared to BioTek's electrolytic process, that's much, much lower.
The BioTek electrolytic process produces 1 to 7 parts per million.
Now, what about time required for disinfecting? The corona discharge process takes about 30 to 150 seconds. But the BioTek electrolytic process is much faster at 5 to 15 seconds. You can do the math yourself. Now, what about dechlorinating? The corona discharge process takes about 5 to 8 minutes, while the BioTek electrolytic process takes just 1. So what about the time required for decomposing agricultural pesticides? Now, the corona discharge process can take up to half an hour, but the BioTek electrolytic process would only take 3 minutes at most. So you're thinking, what about the byproducts? The source is impure air for corona discharge. So the ozone produced by corona discharge contains nitrogen dioxide. When the nitrogen dioxide reacts with the chlorine in the water, nitrous acid, which is harmful to the body, is produced. So what about the BioTek electrolytic process? Since the source is pure water, no nitrous dioxide or other dangerous compounds are produced. Another byproduct of water ozonation is ozone off-gas. This is what goes into the air. Now, the corona discharge method does not comply with any of these standards, not the U.S. standards or the Taiwan standards, but the BioTek electrolytic process does, in both Taiwan and in the U.S. Now, the BioTek electrolytic high-concentration ozonated, oxygenated water makers differ by ozone concentration and are designed for use in different types of places. They're divided into residential, commercial, and medical models. All of these models work quickly and safely to effectively sterilize, disinfect, and even sanitize in food processing as well. It leaves no waste products either. For these reasons, high-concentration ozonated water has been widely used in Europe, the U.S., Japan, and other advanced nations. Here's how high-concentration ozonated water has been used in Europe, the U.S., Japan, and Asia. The BioTek high-concentration ozonated, oxygenated water maker can be used in different situations. Now, in residential use, it could be used in a home to sterilize, disinfect, decompose pesticides, dechlorinate, deodorize, and preserve freshness. It could be used for washing hands, kitchenware, the cutting board, diningware, and towels. It can also be used for rinsing fruits and vegetables, meat, and seafood. It can also be used for treating acne, for gargling, and other oral care. You can also use it to wash your face to rejuvenate and whiten skin. And last, for the home, it can be used for drinking to improve the immune system, prevent cancer, and increase overall health. In a commercial setting, it can be used to sterilize, disinfect, decompose pesticide, dechlorinate, deodorize, and to preserve freshness too. It can be used in restaurants, kindergartens, schools, and nursing homes, or also pools, saunas, spas, and health clubs. It's also for use in fruits and vegetables, meat, and seafood processing centers. And of course, it's also for use in hotels, industrial laundry facilities, and food processing plants.
In a medical setting, it can be used to sterilize and disinfect.
It can be used in hospitals and clinics. It can be utilized by doctors, nurses, and other healthcare staff to wash their hands. It's also suitable for sterilizing and disinfecting medical equipment and facilities. On June 26, 2001, the United States Food and Drug Administration approved the use of ozone in food processes. Now, legally, it can be used to disinfect and to preserve food in either packing or other food processes. Okay, so this shows that the advantages of ozone are not only being recognized by the authorities, it is also being widely used in a variety of industries. The BioTek high-concentration ozonated oxygenated water maker is newly developed and was designed and manufactured in an ISO 9001 and ISO 13485 certified facility. Our product has received GS, CE, UL, and CUL safety certifications as well. The BioTek electrolytic high-concentration ozonated oxygenated water maker is an economic, environmentally friendly, safe, and reliable product of biotechnology. It's also integrated prevention into its product. Now, it can keep your family and you healthy and also protect you from cancer and other diseases. Pesticide residue over time can build up in your body and can cause damage to the central nervous system. enter your heart and can also increase the chances of stroke. So, the more you get to know this wonderful machine, the better you'll be able to enjoy a happy and healthier life.